You owe it to yourself to go after your dream. Okay, so who am I? My name is Gray. I put over 20,000 hours into my dream. I make consistently over six figures a year in the digital marketing world, and I have more time on my hands than I kind of know what to do with. So during COVID, this was my passion project. Ever since I was a kid, I'd always wanted to be an author. My ultimate dream is to have a book made into a movie, and not just something like, like the Rock movie or something that doesn't challenge anyone's thinking. I still kind of foolishly believe that I can write something that changes the way people think about the world. I'm that kind of dumbass. Anyway, so I followed my dream. I wrote a book. It's this beast right here. Your Reality Sucks. This is actually the advanced copy that you can get from Amazon KDP. So if you want to go that route, definitely this video is going to be for you because that's the only platform I've used. I haven't done any paid ads. And you want to know about how much I've sold? I've sold 50 copies. Hardcover, just paperback. It's not available in hardcover and audio. Kindle together. I haven't done an audiobook yet. Still want to do that. But ultimately, why I did it was fun. Writing for 3+ hours a day. Throughout COVID, up until 2022, 2023, I went on and off again, was so much more fun than my regular job that I still think it was worth it, even though I didn't really make any sales. The only people that bought this thing are my family and friends. I even had them do like reviews for me and everything on the page. Like not all of it, some of the reviews are legit, but I had a lot of fun doing it and I don't regret doing it because at the end of the day, I have a philosophy where you have to think about the younger version of yourself. When you were growing up, what did you want to be? And if you were to run into them today, I know it's not possible, but if you were to run into like 8-year-old you, did you want to be their hero? Because that's kind of how you should live your life. And that's where I'm a bit confused as to how many people actually live by that. Because how many of us have jobs that we make maybe stupid money? Say you're like a software engineer or something, you make like $160,000 a year. Is your younger version of you going to be proud of you? Now, I understand we live in a material world. People need to be able to pay for things. And, I'm proof. I work in digital marketing, mostly social media, blogs, stuff like that, make some videos. I don't really give a shit too much about it. And even if my employers, the people I contract out to see this, I'm pretty sure they'll understand because at the end of the day, they only care if I get the job done, right? They're entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs understand the people they hire are never going to be as impassioned about what they do as they are, because the only way that people are going to be 100% in on anything is if it's theirs, right? Which is another reason why you should go after your dream. I am so freaking proud of this book, to be honest. I think it's a masterpiece, and I'm not even that much of a confident guy. I just honestly believe that this is the best thing I've ever done, right? Like I said, I made really good money in digital marketing. I put so many hours into this thing. I really think this is like the culmination of all my work, of my life. I'm 33 years old right now, right? I'm a millennial. I own my own place. I have a dog who is right now back there because he's super loud when I'm recording sometimes. But at the end of the day, everybody deals with mental health issues nowadays, right? Especially with social media. I'm pretty much addicted to Instagram Reels. It's like my guilty pleasure. The algorithm knows me too well. It knows everyone too well. It's getting really smart, and with the advent of AI, your ability to be distracted, it's going to go nuts. It's going to go off the rails. One of the reasons that I wrote this thing was I wanted to preserve my sanity a little bit. I wanted to preserve my ability to control my attention span, because I think that's going to be gone soon. I think that technology is getting so good that it's getting border on mind control. And I think writing this book, following my dream, was one of my only defense mechanisms against it. Maybe I'm being melodramatic. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. But another thing that you'll find with following your dream is it's going to bring you actually closer to people in your life that you really should surround yourself with, right? A lot of people say it's oh, you don't actually want to know who your real friends are. No, you do. So when I wrote this thing, the only way I really promoted it, I put it on Amazon and I just posted it on Facebook, and over 100 people liked it. I've never gotten a post with over 100 likes. Some people from my high school days were even hey dude, you wrote a book? That's crazy. And to this day, a lot of people that I've ran into are like, that know me are like, you wrote a book, I heard. Like, and even if they didn't read it, most people didn't read it. It's a book, right? Like, who the hell reads nowadays? Those people are like, dude, you did it. Like, congrats. Because I think a lot of the part of them is just like, oh, this guy had a dream, he followed it. And a lot of people really respect that, even if I haven't had any success really with it. I'm not like exactly like a Steven Spielberg or, Margaret Atwood or anything, having my projects actually created and greenlit and whatever. But it really did bring me closer to a lot of people in my life that, I hadn't even talked to in a long time. It strengthened my bond with people closest to me. Those that were jealous of me, even though there's nothing to be jealous about, like, it's kind of a surefire indicator you shouldn't really surround yourself with those people anyway, right? So, because you can't really give a shit at the end of the day. You really have to appeal to the 8-year-old in you, right? You have to talk to that person that you were back then, and you have to kind of live for them. You have to, make as much money as you can for, like doing what you have to do. But at the end of the day, if you have a dream, and like I said, not everybody has a dream. If you have a dream, you have to just go for it. And full disclosure, like, I have mental health struggles. I have clinical anxiety and depression. Some days, I don't really want to get out of bed. And it sucks, and I think a large part of that is that I work from home, and the only reason I get out is like I play hockey. I'm Canadian. I go work out. I hang out with friends sometimes. I've got like, some really close friends. I'm not one of those people I have tons of friends. I just have close friends. I have people close to me that I really like. And I take my dog to the dog park. That's the only reason I get out. I need to be active to be happy. I need to be stimulated to get happy, to be happy. And that's one of the reasons why I think I'm just going to start this YouTube channel. Screw it. Maybe I'll just start posting video, like, movie reviews. I'm probably just going to be chronicling the, creation of my second book, because I'm creating this kind of a sequel to this bad boy. And it's actually going to be written in a way where you don't actually have to read this one to fully understand it. It's going to add something if you have read this one. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, I think stories are the number one reason why humans are the apex predator on this planet. I think it's our ability to tell each other stories. That's the number one reason we've been able to coordinate so well. I think that without stories, we wouldn't be at the point that we are right now. And if you look at social media, you look at any medium, it really comes down to storytelling. You look at music. Who are the biggest musicians? Taylor Swift. Why is she so huge? It's not because her music is good. It's because she was able to tell a story to her audience, and she knows what her audience wants, right? So even if you don't believe a lot of the things that she's saying, she creates all of these, riffs with other, like her ex-boyfriends and other musicians and stuff. She gives them what she wants through story, and that's the reason I did this. But going back to it, whatever your dream is, if you want to write a book like me, I wouldn't say don't aspire to be me. I'm not really much. Like I said, I have a good career. I have a dog. I live a happy life. And yeah, I don't know. I just think you have to go for it, because not doing it is something you're going to regret. Because yeah, you can talk to your 8-year-old self, but you also got to talk to your 100-year-old self, right? Those are the two people you really have to consider when you're making decisions, especially when you're in your 30s and transitional phases. Like, me, like I recently got out of a relationship about a year ago, and I don't even know if I want to start a new one until this is resolved. Like I trigger the career that I want. Like, what's the point of moving forward? Like, I don't even think I can move forward in a relationship until I do what I kind of want to do. And I think that happens with a lot of people. I think that's why a lot of men right now have trouble committing, because we're not who we envisioned ourselves to be, right? So many of us are like, oh, I'm a freelance computer programmer. Like, that's probably not what they want it to be. But then they get in a relationship, and then the girl's like, why aren't you committed to me? It's because we're not committed to ourselves yet. We're not sold on this version of ourselves, which is deeper. And I think that's what every relationship kind of comes down to. Are you sold on yourself? This version of you. Like, if you're with a partner and you're where you want to be in your life, you're probably just going to commit to them, right? Because you're going to be like, I'm committed to this version of me. And I think following your dream, that's one way to achieve that. So if nothing else, that's the biggest takeaway. And I'll leave it there, basically. If you want to be with the person of your dreams, you should probably just follow your dream. Follow your dreams. And like I said, I'm not the best proof. I've just put in a lot of effort, and I've had some success in my life. But anyway, check out the book if you want to, by the way. It's called Your Reality Sucks. It's on Amazon. I just only put my name Gray because, I don't know. Why do you even do full names? Nobody in the world is going to, hey, Gray Lee, that's my name. Nobody's going to come up to me and say, hey, Gray Lee, what's up? Nobody calls me that. Anyway, follow your dream. Like and subscribe. I don't know. I'm going to keep making videos. Bye.